into something I like. This is the particle accelerator. It will take frivolous things like dirt, put it in there, empty cells right there, and when you turn this baby on, because it is powered by the fusion reactor, powered by that, and this is the Tinker thing, and place a thing right above that, it'll start making some pretty cool noise. And this little object of matter, dirt matter, will start accelerating through this field, or through this, I don't take my word for it with this ring. It works. It's kind of poorly made, I'm sorry, but you will need some of these, being electromagnets and magnetic glass, and it will continue to make really cool noises until it has reached critical speed, at which the particle is going near the speed of light. That's pretty fast, and it will collide with another object, creating antimatter. And now what will happen is it won't immediately spit out this thing, which is 200 milligrams of antimatter. What it'll do is it will slowly accumulate in about 2 of those, after making some really cool noises and a cool noise to signify, hey, it's done. Let's listen for it. Look how fast that thing's going. That thing's just blazing ahead. Now it's at 96, 98, and it has created 200 milligrams of antimatter. Now, this stuff by itself, if you put it there, because of the properties of antimatter, it is the opposite of matter and will kind of destroy matter. If you leave it out there, it will do that. Pretty cool. Not if that was because it requires a lot of power. It needs about 15 megawatts. Megajoules. There we go. And what you do is you will need 5 of these in any configuration, and it will create a 1 gram thing. That's pretty neat. And it will produce an even bigger explosion. Actually, I shouldn't have it that close to that, and I'm going to spit that out. Now, this is 1 gram. That's a lot bigger than 200 milligrams. And that will produce a huge explosion. It's pretty cool, huh? Now, this over here is how you make the particle accelerator. Here's the electromagnets. You will need about 8 things of bronze ingots and 1 motor, and that will produce the electromagnet. And to produce the electromagnetic glass, it's not very expensive unless you count that as being expensive. You'll just need 1 electromagnet and 1 glass, and it'll make that. Now, for the particle accelerator, it gets a bit more expensive. You will need 4 steel plates. I love that noise. 4 elite circuits and 1 motor to produce the particle accelerator. Now, what we can do with those is we're going to go over here, and I'm going to make a decently small one. And just because it is a little time intensive. Now we're going to put it like that. And this is how it works. So you will put it like that. It's a good starter. And it will need to look exactly like this. If it does not, there will be no room for the particle to go through. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go out a ways. Not horribly far, but a ways. And we're going to go along this schematic of nothing that I'm reading right now, actually. And let's say, yeah, that looks good. That looks like a good length. Oh. It's not exactly a precise science, but if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you can balls this up pretty easily. It doesn't need to be exactly symmetrical, like 25 by 25, but it is pretty important. The bigger you make it, the more efficient it will be, but if it's too big, it's going to be too big. As well as if you make it to the point of it not being able to genuinely scared. Pay no attention to what is going on. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. Hold me. I have no idea where the particle is. I think it went invisible. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we go back over here. I just need to reference something is all. Now it doesn't matter what you start out first with, whether you start out with the electromagnetic glass. I just prefer to go that way because as it's going to be genuinely the outline, or generally, I'm sorry, the outline for it because it's on the outside. Now the only reason particle accelerators get pretty expensive is the actual block, which in turns is not that horribly bad, but it's just how many electromagnets it takes, because you're going to need a buttload, and I mean a buttload of bronze, because it takes bronze to make motors, and motors are generally what make this work. So I'm just going to do that, make it daytime, and we're going to continue, because we do that. Alright, and we're going to continue to do this a bit. It does get a little tedious working in Voltz, but still fun when you get stuff working and all that done. Realistically, it's the building and stuff. But don't worry, after this I'm going to show some fun stuff that will blow probably your socks off. You know, actually looks somewhat symmetrical. I didn't do too bad. The other one over there is horrible it's just one big rectangle. It's pretty messy looking. That was just me trying to figure out, now how do I get this to work out for the showcase? So, you know, just sit back, relax. I'm just going to be placing blocks like this for a few more seconds, I think. Gets pretty expensive making a particle accelerator, because the bigger it is, the more efficient it is energy-wise, as the faster you're going to get your poop, but it does take time like most things. So we're going to, oh, balls, I threw that away, there we go. So we put that there. I'm going to put a lever up here, and we're going to need some power to this, so let's get a bat box and this. It's the best idea to wait until you have a it's going to be a good idea to wait until you have the resources is for a particle accelerator, because again it does get very, very expensive. You need some dirt and some empty cells. Put that in their respective boxes, flip the switch, and it makes noise. Now as you see, relatively small, it's going to take a bit to warm up, if it's going to work at all, because sometimes it just doesn't work. So we're going to come back to that later. Now, something I wanted to show you was fun stuff with missiles.